Well, so we're here at the top of Cnoc Na Naomh, and this is where the four saints came and did their little wee contest, the Saints Olympics. Hiya, so here we are at the top of Cnoc Na Naomh, and so Cnoc Na Naomh, and this is the Saints Hill. This is where the four saints came and did their little wee contest, the Saints Olympics or something. But actually about 500 years ago, these four saints came up here. Now it's Culichí. Now Naomh Culichí was from Gartan, which is over there. And we're right here between, located like behind me. This is the big cross here, and then over that way is nGaeltacht, the bloody foreland, and then behind us over here is nGaell. And the derby, and that way is Muckish. And then looking north here, you can see the four islands. So you have Inishbuffin, Inishtui, Inishbeg and Torry. So up here they had the Saints Olympics 1,500 years ago, and the four saints came up here, so they're walking along in the valley there, and they say, I want to convert all the Napagana here, and I want to get the best place and the most difficult place. So, because I want to go to Torry. Now Torry is the most notorious because it's the traditional seat of the Fomorians and Rí Balor of the evil eye, Seoladh Isteach, and Seoladh Amach. And so he, this is years, that was a mystical cycle, so who knows how many thousands of years ago that was. But anyway, so the saints are arguing about it, and they say, well, let's get a good look at everything, and let's go up Muckish and take a look. Nah, it's too high. Let's go up Nocfulla. And I don't want to go that high. Let's go over here on this hill. So they're okay, this is high enough. We can see everything up here. And so they said, well, tell you what, how are we going to decide who gets to convert the Paganach in Ontario? And they said, well, I think that we should draw lots. No, I don't want to do that. Because that's gambling. They did it in the Bible. So it's well, yeah, but it's still gambling. Well, we could pray. Well, yeah, but then do we have a definite answer for all four of us? We don't know. So then they said, well, I'll tell you what, we all have our croziers. The croziers, like the big old shepherds, the shepherd take, only for religious people. So, the croziers, it's because they're the bishops. And so, anyway, she said, I'll tell you what, whoever can throw their crozier to Tory Island over there will win the contest, and they get to convert the Tory people. And that they really want to be converted. I don't know. So, but anyway, so who goes first? Well, so it was Dewey, the Duke, so Dicla, so Neve Dewey. He goes, I'll go first, and he says, Lemon yard, Agus the Culichí, Jay. Let my crozier land on Tory. So with my strength and the help of God, me and my crozier land on Tory. And he gets back here. I guess they had practice with javelins or something, I don't know. But anyway, and they go, and he tosses it, whoo, and it really goes far. And it turns around and lands right there on that middle island in a stewie. And so he goes out there, eventually he puts a monastery out there. So monastery in a stewie. I was pretty isolated between the two islands there. And then, so the next step was Ní Fiannáin. So Ní Fiannáin, so Saint Fiannáin, and he says, with my strength and the help of God, may my crozier land on Tory. And he gives it a big heave, and it goes over that way, and lands right there on Airbui there. And so he puts his church over there on the Rye River, between the Rye, Owen Rye, agus Owen Bui, there in the Ray. And so that church is there today too. So we have ruins over here on his D, ruins over there at Ray Church. And so then next up for the big contest, St. Begley, Niamh Begley. So Niamh Begley, he comes up, he says, okay, with my strength and the strength of God, God's help, may my crozier land on Tory. He gives it a big heave. And where's it go? It goes way back over here and lands on the Owen Hillwalking Begley in right there. And so he puts his church there at the rail, right there at the temple, Balin Temple there on Taylor Begley. And so there's a ruined church there too now. So, well, he's left. It's the only hope is Cumkilla. So, St. Columba. And he doesn't. He says, well, you lads, you did it wrong. I know the secret method to do it right. He said, here's what you say. With the help of God and with my strength, may my crozier land on Tory. And he throws it up, and it looked like it was going to hit the moon. And it goes all the way and lands right there at where the Tau crosses, the Tory cross, lands right there. And he puts his monastery there. He puts the abbey there on Tory. And it thrives there until 1600s, so 1100 years it's there, until the Sassanid come from during the Sassanach Civil War and try to kill everyone in Tory, but turn it into a ruin there. So at all these places, even Ní Fiannáin, that church there at Rye, that one lasted a long time, up until modern times now, and St. Fiannáin's church now in modern times is on Falkara today. So to there, but there's a story there for Ray Church. That's another video, so watch that one. And this is a story of Cnoc Na Naomh, the great Saints Olympics on the Hill of the Saints here in northwestern Donegal. So if you're keen on doing hill walking, come up here to Cnoc Na Naomh and Cnoc Na Naomh, and you can see Argyll and the Slievte Jarvaha, all the mountains, all the way to Muckish and Hornhead, the Currambinnia, and you can see that way. And then of course you can see over this way to Knockfulla. It's a nice wee walk, and it's worth it if you like to do the hill walk.